Hi, I'm Fred, and welcome back to the Forever Bedrock Realm. Server. Whatever. So the other day I was looking at the temple to Mars that Deesky had built, and it occurred to me there's a good space under here to build something. So I broke through the wall, and imagine my surprise when it was already dug out. So I think I'm going to build, I don't know, a big room in here that just looks cool. One of those things that you have to build at least once in your life in Minecraft. Like a castle or something. But obviously not a castle inside. You know what? Let's just start figuring stuff out. So I've got some materials here. I kind of have a design plan in mind. I'm gonna do, dig this out and build a like kind of an interior temple up here with a reflective floor. So essentially, we do it up here, we do it down there, we put glass in between. It looks like you're walking around on a highly polished floor, and there's plenty of space in here. In fact, there's too much space in here. I'm gonna need way more blocks than I've got, but I'll get a start on it. Okay, I know this doesn't really look like much, but this is kind of the basis of the design. There'll be kind of a purple black fade wall all the way around on the outside with pillars meeting up into a ceiling that's going to be more of a tray ceiling. And yeah, I kind of designed this all so that I can easily reflect it down below. So now it's going to be a big grind. Starting with making sure I line everything up properly from these corners. I didn't really take measurements when I kind of designed this in a creative world. I just kind of eyeballed it, and what I came up with is accidentally fits fine. So yay me! I think it fits fine. Let me look at the. Let me check out the roof. Yep, plenty of room. Okay, good. Because I don't want to interrupt any of the outside build at all. The wall is going to be the worst. The purple black. I'm still trying to figure out exactly how I want that. I don't think I want it randomized. I think I want more of a kind of a gradient um, from probably dark to light, or is it dark to light? One way or the other. I'm sure whichever way I choose, I prefer the other way. It should look good either way, though. But yeah, let's get the one of these. Let's get this all marked out, and then let's look at build that section. Okay, I know that was only placed in 4 blocks, but basically I got the spacing right. So there's going to be a wider gap in the middle, and then we'll do the same thing from the other corner. We'll get to the we have to start around here. Like just imagine this entire space is just a wall, just like that side. So we'll put it here, and we'll work our way in the middle. So that way, whatever's in the middle, it doesn't matter if it's odd, even, how many blocks it is. It'll just be equal on either side, just like here. So like this has 5 in the middle, even though these have 3 in the middle. That'll be fine. It doesn't really matter. Oh, that works out. There's 5 gap in here too. So at least it'll be symmetrical on a couple of flip sides. And there's the layout of our pillars. Now once that's done, that's half the work, really. Ignore the fact that I have to finish all of them up here and also do it down there. Now that I've got the pillars laid out, the next thing I'm going to do is actually dig out the space below and build from the bottom up, because that'll just be easier on several layers. I'm going to need some empty chests. So if I count out how much space I need to go up to here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then I'll go one more block above, so 8. So there will be a one gap above here, but that means I have to dig down 8 from this level, though, which is all the way down there. So basically I have to dig one back, like from this line all the way around the outside of these, all the way down essentially 8 blocks. That's going to take a minute. Hold on. Okay, thanks. Bye. You're such an idiot. Alright, back to digging. Big hole check. Now I just need to build everything upside down, then build it right side up, and we'll be done. This always seems like a good idea before you do it. Now, in theory, and by theory I mean the actual design is the square made by these things is going to be the interior bits. So let me draw with some torches. This should be a 3x3. And I got my 3 different block types. And so basically just kind of semi-randomly put them down. I'm human. It can't be really perfectly random, but that's pretty close. Now we need to fill in this space for all the intersections around. Maybe for the middle, while I'm doing that, I'll think about what I want to do for the middle. Maybe something different. Probably not something different. This has already been complicated enough. You know, you don't necessarily need to add complications when you're doing projects. But I will say that a good part, in fact, I'm going to start with just the triples. Because this is wide. So we'll just have 2, 4, 8 of these sections. And then maybe we'll do something special with the cross in the middle. Probably not, but maybe. So I haven't come up with any better ideas. It's not surprising. I'm going to step away for a minute, try to figure this out. We'll come back and see what I did. I think this works out. We've got a little rosette that represents Mars. Yes, Mars is more orange than red, but you know what? We're dealing with art here, so shut it. I am going to do a grid over top of this in snow, but I do not have enough snow, so I'm going to go hit up the farm, get some of those blocks, and we'll start working on that bit. Alright, that part is done. Now there's a couple more details to the ceiling. Actually, I guess there's only one. I need to outline the entire rectangle with smooth quartz stairs. This is the point where D-Ski's watching this video going, wait, I'm trying to use a bunch of quartz. He can't be doing that. Can and will. Now that the tray's done, we're going to work on the next part, which is the top of these columns. These stairs are actually that tray. So in line with each one of these columns, I got lost. I'm going to put those in there. Okay, now I'm going to go back into my temporary storage and grab a bunch of these blocks that I've broken out to fill in some of these gaps here. I don't want mobs spawning underneath here, and I don't want to keep it lit up because, as you can see, it's making this border look really weird. So I'm going to remove all those torches that are underneath here. There should be mostly just on the edges. And then fill in some of the gaps so nothing can spawn down here. Nothing like undoing work you had to do, but sometimes that happens. Not a very catchy song. Oh well. I've decided that the light will fade into black from the outer edges into the middle. Like so, if you're just standing in the room, it'll be darker walls around you and then purple, lighter purple up above at the ceiling. So I need to kind of organize these by value. Well, that's powder. Concrete powder can only be used in certain spots. It may not be able to be used at all. Obviously, I can't have it just floating down here. But once I get to the supportive part of the walls, I can use it. But at that point, it may be too late. In fact, you know what? I've talked myself out of it. No concrete powder. Wool is close enough anyway. That seems to be about the right fade. Because I need to start around this point. I'm going to do kind of I do want to do a gradient, but I do want to do more of a randomized gradient. So I'm not going to worry too much about making it like perfect. It's a very short space. We'll get out of it what we can. It's going to be real unpleasant to match all these blocks right, especially the orientation of the terracotta, the glazed terracotta. So can't wait for that part to happen. Basically, I'm just going to build those up layer by layer as I make my way up out of the hole. So at this point, we're at the top of that, of the kind of archway, as it were. So next comes in the column, and then it's the wall. Always more wall. How am I supposed to get out of here? Oh well. Progress is proceeding apace. These kind of look like polar bears coming out of the wall. Listen, it's been a long time just placing blocks, purple blocks. Just a line of polar bears is all I can see now, though. Oh, brother. I'm surrounded by polar bears coming out of the walls. I'm going to need so many more materials. We're getting there, though. We're getting there. So this is the reflection point. So at this point, I'm just doubling up on everything I'm doing. Okay, good. I have enough. I have enough obsidian. Just making sure. In fact, I may go around and switch to coal real quick. Because it'll be less coal than obsidian. I had like 8 blocks of black concrete I just found somewhere, so I already put those in. Hope this looks good because I don't want to break a bunch of obsidian and crying obsidian. Yeah, I think it does look good. And I'm only somewhat surprised by that. So now all I got to do is the same thing, but the other way around. Just gonna take a minute. Just sit right back. I'll be back. Well, that was a little slice of unpleasant, but I got it done. I also quickly gave up on the idea of actually mirroring the glazed terracotta properly because I would have to break out the exterior walls to get at the right angle for most of them. So, yeah, the blocks are there at least. Just don't look too closely. You'll be fine. So you can see where the split line here is. It's actually the floor level is going to be, well, at this level. Oh, yeah. There's a giant hole here. I'm going to create an entrance hallway out to here to the front there, and I got to figure out a way to do this nicely. I was thinking about doing like a disappearing step thing, but then I realized that's kind of pointless because if I'm the only one who knows this here, then no one else can see it. Um, and yes, people could watch this video and figure it out, but I like to make it easy sometimes. Sometimes. And so what I plan on doing is, you can see that I've dug this out too. I'm actually going to carry the reflection not all the way down because I won't have room to do it properly. Maybe. I might. But at least to this point. And that way, when you're on the other side of the room looking back, you can see the reflection of whatever tunnel we have here. So I need to kind of decide on a design for that. Oh, yeah, I also haven't put in the ceiling yet. I'm going to put in the floor first, at least the first layer of floor. I've been going back and forth with this. It'd be easier for me if I had the floor in. I could just work uh, closer to the ceiling, but I also need to be able to see the details down here. So what I may do, in fact, this is what I will do. I'll do a line of the one layer of glass all the way around. Nope, that won't give me anything. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. I guess first thing I'll do is I'll put in that tray, and then I'll see what I feel like doing from there. The scissors are hard. There's no right way to do this stuff. You just kind of do it how you want to do it, and I try to make it easy on myself. I feel like some people don't make it easy on themselves. Gonna need more snow. I also couldn't possibly let these lights go the wrong direction. Really? Thanks, game. I love you too. What happened to the dirt? Must have missed the dirt there. This has been unpleasant. I don't know, for some reason when I crouch, I grip the controller extra hard. And let me get the blocks for that final rosette, and then the ceiling will be done. I was having problems because of some visitors who were blocking this last square for quite a bit. Jerks. Okay, we have our entryway. I'm going to crouch here so I don't fall in. Just a basic hallway that kind of highlights, ties in the lights with the new build and goes off what was already here. So the way we're going to do this effect, I like to do 2 layers, and I'm doing light gray. The clear and the white are just too harsh on the edges. The light gray makes it look more like a reflection. Part of that is it's kind of a less shiny, as it were, but it cuts down on the light levels below, so it just looks more like an actual mirror or shining reflection, which does cut back some of the values of the colors, like the lightness of it. But that means we go down 1 block. The next one will be our floor level. And we essentially do this for the entire room and entry. This is going to take a little bit of time. I only have 8 stacks of light gray glass at the moment. So I'll probably use up some more too. This is why I like villagers for glass. You trade with them, you get glass. Deesky prefers digging. Not me. The reason I don't like digging in deserts is because sand will collapse on you. Constantly. Just all the time. At least if you're me. And I don't like to die in this game. I don't like to think I'm going to die in this game. Oh yeah, that stack didn't go very far. So, yeah. Put in a layer, second layer. We'll see where we get. And there we have it. Our ballroom to Mars. Oh, you know what? Probably should open up this entrance, eh? In a second. Nice entry hallway. Turned out pretty well. It is, it's a hard thing to do. As usual, I built it inside something as opposed to building something around it afterwards. I keep doing that, and every time I do that, I tell you, it's difficult, so don't do it. And there we are. It was difficult, don't do it. Oh, now that I see the front door again, let me talk about limitations of this process. You have to design very carefully things that you can actually do upside down. That's pretty much the entire criteria. You have to be able to do it upside down. If you notice here, the door is actually not too bad from a distance. What I ended up doing was just dark oak logs, with the six-sided things, just to give the reflection side. I thought about trying to figure out a way. Doesn't matter what I thought about. None of them were going to work. So doorways going to be a little bit iffy, or doors. Strangely enough, trapdoors no problem. It's just actual doors. But yeah, just if you want to do this, just think about how you can do whatever you want to build upside down. You don't have to get it exact. I mean, I didn't get like the color. I mean, I got the blocks exact, but not the orientation. But even so, you can kind of fudge the numbers, as it were. Um, I just chose to do something that could do upside down and right side up easily, just so it'd be easier to match and my brain wouldn't break. So now let's get out here. We've got a little bit of work to do to get it to match up with what's out here a little better. Mostly it's going to be... I kind of took the doorway off the doorway built up there. Okay, I'm going to make a little bit of a change. I'm going to bump this out one. Put these back there. Fix the thing. Give me a second. Iron Farm's doing pretty well. Thanks for asking. I used a bunch of bone blocks for this build, so that's why that's empty. And a little lantern to top it, just to match. There we go. Our little addition to the Temple of Mars. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed that one. Let me know in the comments if you ever done something like this. Something bigger with it. How small can you make this work? Try it out for yourselves. I'll catch y'all later.